Live from the stage of the world's most famous variety theatre, here's your host, Jimmy Tarbuck.
I get asked all the time, how did it all start this business for you? Well, I started in 1958, and I went out on a rock and roll show with a young fella who had a hit called Move It. I'm absolutely thrilled tonight to welcome his son on the show, Cliff Richard. I am thrilled to see you. Look, and so are they.
Thank you.
Yes, you know, it takes some believing, son. I worked with your father all those years ago.
No, my granddad told me about it, actually.
You mind? How is it you look? He's older than me. I look like his father. You look young enough to be Gloria Hunniford's toy boy. Slip that in on you.
You're naughty. They don't edit this either, do they?
No, they don't.
No, she won't mind.
Your 99th record this year.
Yes, how about that?
And your album is platinum or something at #3.
Yes, it is. It's a nice way to finish the year, I must say.
Isn't it marvellous? And then you got the new record, which I love. That's gone in at #7.
Yes, I haven't done that for ages and ages. The last time I ever came into a top 10 was with the Young Ones, which is, you know, about 400 years ago.
I saw that the other day on the telly. It's great to see you in that. I really like that.
Good.
And Melvin Hayes and all them looking so and you still look like that. And yet you're a great... Well, you know, he's a very modest lad. He won't tell you this, so I'll tell you about him. He's got a charity tennis tournament for his own particular charities in Brighton on December the 17th. Got the date right. And the little fat fella's playing. Yes. Yes, it's tennis. He said, hang on, he said, will you play in my pro-am? I said, yeah, I'm playing great. I've got a new set of ping irons. He went, tennis. You perk.
I was wondering if you did realise, because the photograph you sent me is you playing golf.
That's all I've got.
Oh.
And we're playing with the girls, I might add.
Of course.
I mean, the last lady tennis player who beat me was Kitty Godfrey. So what chance? I tell you, this fella is the greatest ambassador for the rock and roll business I know. Please listen to his new song, Cliff Richard, ladies and gentlemen.
The child is a king, the carolers sing. The old is past, there's a new beginning. Dreams of Santa, dreams of snow. Fingers numb, faces aglow. It's Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. Children singing Christian rhyme, with logs on the fire and gifts on the tree. A time to rejoice in the good that we see. A time for living, a time for believing, a time for trusting, not deceiving. Love and laughter and joy ever after. Ours for the taking, just follow the master. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. Children singing Christian rhyme, with logs on the fire and gifts on the tree. A time to rejoice in the good that we see. Silent night, holy night. It's a time for giving, a time for getting, a time for forgiving and for forgetting. Christmas is love, Christmas is peace, a time for hating and fighting to cease.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas time, mistletoe and wine. Children
After the break, Jimmy's star guests are Russ Abbott and Barry Manilow.
Charts. And top of the charts, his latest song is his 12th #1 and his 99th single. Peter Main reports on the man who's outlasted all his old contemporaries and beaten all his young rivals.
Appropriately enough, Cliff Richard was in the Top of the Pop studio this afternoon rehearsing for this week's show. Mistletoe and Wine is the latest in a string of #1s that began in 1959 with this.
Got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll.
It was the first of Cliff Richard's 12 chart toppers. In 1962, he became the first artist ever to go straight to #1 with the Young Ones. 1968, and he failed to win the Eurovision Song Contest by just 1 point. But congratulations went to #1. It was 11 years when he next topped the charts with We Don't Talk Anymore. 7 years later, he was back at #1 with a remake of his very first hit. And now, in 1988, he's at #1 again.
It feels fantastic, and it feels extra special at the moment because obviously over the years I've realized that the competition heats up somewhat. I mean, there's a lot of very fine records and very fine singers around, so therefore the #1 spot, which is always the coveted spot, has become harder to attain.
Another 30 years?
Well, if I'm still standing, I'll do it, and if I can still move, I will.
Cliff Richard's 100th single will be out next spring. Meanwhile, Mistletoe and Wine could be this year's Christmas hit.
Cliff Richard, #1 once more.